Hi, it's Igor from the Generous Christ channel, and today I will be sharing my testimony with you, so you can hopefully learn from my mistakes and not make them yourself. My early childhood was filled with watching cartoons, drinking chocolate milk, and not wanting to go to kindergarten. But after the kindergarten, when primary school started, I remember it was okay. Until I was 9 or 10 years old. Then I had consciousness come into my mind. When I was 9 years old, I started literally, I'm not kidding with you, contemplating my whole life, whole existence. That's when I started thinking about why is school, what is school for, why am I here, and that kind of stuff. And when I was 9 years old, I had suicidal thoughts. That was the devil telling myself to do something real bad to myself, okay? By the way, when I was a kid, until whole my life, I had a pretty shallow understanding of Christianity. So I just knew he looked something like this. But other than that, it was just not in my sphere of interest. Then Instagram came, kids at school, and those kind of trends, lustful trends. When I was 9 or 8 years old, I think that's the first time I started watching bad stuff on the. I had a tablet at the time. I had a tablet where I was playing Clash of Clans, and me and my father were sharing that tablet. And that's the first bit of the demons attacking me. That's one of the first memories, except suicidal thoughts. After that, we were talking 8 years old at that point. Why am I putting it in this category? Because the lust continued, and around 9 or 10 years old, I started masturbating, which is bad, and I was at a pretty dark spot. So as the years passed, I was playing too much video games. Now this is the period of bad decisions, 10 to 14 years old. I view fitness as a great thing for an Orthodox man, and at the time, I was just not doing it. I was sitting at my PC all day. I still thought that school could do something for me, but in reality, I knew it couldn't, but I was ignoring it at a young age. And at the time, there were these Andrew Tate and Christian edits that I was actually sharing an opinion on. I was worshipping Andrew Tate, I'm not even kidding you, but I wanted to be like him. I wanted to have millions, to have Bugattis, to have, he wanted all of these girls, and I have girls, and I just wanted that. I literally had him on my wallpaper and on my profile picture on Discord. And I just remember one day scrolling on TikTok and finding the Christian edits. And that's when I started to actually know of God. And as the years passed, I saw the sins that were trying to destroy me. And I kind of wrestled with them. The one thing that was the hardest for me was lust and getting out of from those websites. It was really bad, which is such a loss of time. And I'm killing my seed and not doing anything that God gave me to do with it. So I was in sin so much. And I had these periods 3 months I wouldn't do it and then just do it. Or something like that. That was my boundary, and one day just the demons attack me and I instantly fall. At the time, I think I wasn't going to the Holy Liturgy, which really helped me connect with God by getting his body and blood. And when I was 15 and 16 years old, I was genuinely wrestling with God. And I had so much ego and pride. Sometimes it even shows up today. Remember guys, your ego and pride will destroy you. And self-confidence. Self-confidence will shatter you. And I was 16 years old. And one day, I just remember this one girl came into my neighborhood. That was my neighbor's niece. And together we fell into sin. We didn't have sex, we didn't kiss, but we held each other inappropriately. I was thinking all sorts of stuff and objectifying her. And after, long story short, she was older than me, and she broke up with her boyfriend, and she was feeding her ego. For around 5 or 7 days I thought she's the one. She told me with her grandpa that she went to church. I was like, she's the one. Guys, we found her. And it turned out she wasn't. I was heartbroken for 2 or 3 months. I couldn't piece myself together as I was. I was no longer me. Which, thank God, God allowed that to happen, because I wouldn't be here today like this. I'm not yet satisfied with myself, but I'm on the right path because God is with me and I am with Him. For 2 or 3 months, I was telling this one friend, we were playing on this Minecraft server. I was so angry, I was so impatient, I was so lost that I think there was a part of that 2 or 3 months when we were playing on this one Minecraft server where I was like for days telling him the same story over and over and over and over again, just slightly tweaking it so it's not like repetitive. And 16 years old is the time where I started actually stopping to idolize Andrew Tate, because I had literal panic attacks in my bed that I cannot escape the Matrix, and that I need to buy his Hustlers University, or else he's gonna get all of the women and all of the fast cars. That's unironically what I was thinking. I need to drink my tea. I'm gonna continue talking. I forgot I had it here. After that heartbreak, it was sin after sin after sin after sin. I was 16, going on 17, or maybe I turned 17. Yes, I turned 17, I think. And I was devastated. I didn't feel like a man. I was just like floating, you know, like I didn't have directions. I had God, but I was just praying to Him, and didn't. I wanted things to change, but I didn't want to give them up. But before all of that, my friend and me just remembered something. I was 16 years old. I had one friend at the time. I was praying to God at the time, and I was in the lust so much that it fogged me. But my ears would listen. That one friend, he had a friend who is a prostitute. And he has set it up for me a little session, and I wanted to do that so much because everybody from my close family to some other people were telling me that that's what everybody does, and that is okay. My other friend, who is a Christian today, Orthodox Christian as I am, he knew that was wrong, and for 1 month we were like literally arguing, and I was only talking about that. I cannot describe this to you. It was like it was literally a demon spell. When I was going to bed, I was thinking about inappropriate things. At the random times of the day, I was just thinking about it, and my hands would sweat. And I remember my other good friend's birthday was... let's call the first Orthodox friend Bob, and the second one Bill. Bill's birthday was on the day of when that was supposed to happen. He was my closest friend. I knew him from the primary school, and we were really... And today we just literally went to the gym. We're close. And I wanted to miss his birthday to go have a sex with a prostitute. The day before that was supposed to happen, me and let's call him Sam, the friend that was setting that all up at the time, he received a phone call, and it was her. And he turned to me and said, she has gotten a disease from having sex, and we cannot do this. You know what's the craziest thing? The day, maybe before the day that was announced, or the day that before the day that was supposed to happen, I prayed to God. I was literally telling him these words: I know this is wrong to have sex before marriage. I know this is wrong, but everybody is telling me to do this, and my closest in my family are telling me to do this. I'm gonna do it. But he loved me enough that he saved me. And I would love to say that from that point on I just moved from lust, but there was a whole nother year, and then the driving lessons happened. And then I locked in for the first time, not in my life, but in a long time, to pass my written driving test, where I had to learn how to read again because I forgot how to read. I didn't know how to explain. If you ask me a question on a paper and ask me what is this question about, I wouldn't know. That was one of the first times I locked in, and I passed it. Then after that, soon after followed the driving lessons, and I was driving with this guy, and I wasn't just doing particularly well. I was doing horrible. I was horribly driving. I was mentally out of it because I was so in lust that I was so discouraged from doing anything. I was so discouraged from doing anything. I was so sad. And when I was finishing the driving lessons, I was like, I was one of the worst students I think that guy had. I was driving in almost every hole. I didn't know. I was so scared because I was so discouraged from living. Lust destroyed me. I couldn't loosen up while holding a driving wheel, and I was so like grabbing it so tightly that it was really bad. And he had to teach me how to steer a steering wheel. He said that it's my first time in my life I had to teach somebody to steer. And I prayed to God, I want to know how to drive. I don't like driving. I don't even like it today. But I want to learn how to drive, and because I want to help my father and grow our business. And on the day when I was supposed to go and do the driving test to get my driver's license, I passed first try. My car turned off before a roundabout. I didn't park properly the first time, but the second time I parked properly, and I passed. And I think on 4th or 5th January 2025, I surrendered my life to God, and it's the most amazing and the best thing that happened to me. He is the best father I ever had. He is always there for me, and in everything I have done, He has given me strength. He helped me and my father a lot, and He continues to help my family through me and through other means every day. 4th or 5th, something like that. From about that range. 4th, 3rd, 5th, something like that, January last year, I stopped masturbating, and on the day I stopped, the demons attacked me so ruthlessly, and I was so discouraged. I was like, I have to give up. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna give up. And more than 365 days a year, I have not done it. And I can tell you, life gets real when you don't do it. I look at women differently, even though I'm still struggling in some departments. with God's help, I'm gonna improve every day. And I'm waiting one day for my princess, for my wife, because that's the only correct way. Now I'm building myself up, training, finishing school, and building stuff for the future of me and my family with God's help. His love and His strength is never fading and always coming, and in the hardest battles He has won instead of me, and I'm thankful that He has done that. Even today, you see these two cupboards behind me? I was like, they're in such a bad shape, and it's such a pain for my mother to look at them every time. Why don't I just clean them? And I did. And I feel so much better because my mother is gonna do stuff more easily now because it's clean. And, little things. May God bless you guys. This was my testimony, guys. Not a full one. Most of it you know. But some of it is a little bit more private, so I will not say it. Remember that short-term things are not worth the eternity that's waiting for you. God bless you guys. I love you guys.